What if the real problem in a chart is not disease first, but the collapse of recovery? That is where I want to take you today. Because when you study the 12th house deeply, you stop seeing it only as loss, isolation, bed pleasures, sleep, retreat, or endings. You begin to see it as the chamber where the system resets. You begin to see it as the hidden laboratory of restoration. And if Vata rises there, the problem is not just discomfort. The problem is that your recovery mechanism itself becomes unstable. So let me say this very clearly. When Vata disturbs the 12th house, the body may still be trying to live, work, perform, speak, and keep moving. But underneath all of that, the foundation of repair is starting to shake. Sleep becomes light. Rest becomes incomplete. The nervous system does not land. The subconscious does not settle. The body lies down, but the organism does not surrender. This is why the 12th house matters so much for healers and astrology students. If you do not understand the 12th house, you will misread exhaustion. You will misread insomnia. You will misread dream disturbance. You will misread strange weakness patterns, cold feet, restlessness in bed, dryness, depletion, and the feeling that a person is technically resting but not truly recovering. Now look at the domain of this house. The 12th house rules the feet, sleep, dreams, restful state, lymphatic movement, subconscious layers of mind, fluid release, and deeper restorative circuitry. So when Vata rises here, it does what Vata always does. It brings irregularity, dryness, mobility, subtle disturbance, instability, and coldness. But because it is acting through the 12th house, those qualities do not just show up in the gut or joints or skin. They show up in recovery itself. That is why the slide points toward cold feet, numb soles, cracked heels, restless feet during sleep, poor lymphatic drainage, dry skin, unintentional weight loss, difficulty falling asleep, fragmented sleep, and early waking. And the systemic Vata pattern extends outward through constipation, bloating, tremors, weakness, and irregular appetite. Now I want you to think like a serious astrologer, not a superficial one. Do not just memorize symptoms. Ask yourself, why these planets here? Why this combination? Let us begin with Saturn. Saturn in this framework is one of the strongest Vata carriers. Saturn cools, dries, slows, suppresses, depletes, and chronicizes. It rules nerve-related weakness, chronic complaints, emaciation, coldness, and long-standing disturbance. So when Saturn influences the 12th house or the 12th house condition of sleep and retreat, you often see a person whose system cannot descend easily into warmth and repair. The body may be tired, but the nervous system stays guarded. The sleep may come late, break early, or never feel nourishing. The feet may become cold. The tissues may dry. The system may feel old before its time. Now add Moon. Moon is mind, emotion, fluids, nourishment, and the rhythmic capacity to settle. Moon also has Vata Kapha volatility in this framework, which is crucial because Moon can either soothe the 12th house through surrender, sleep, emotional release, and fluid regulation, or Moon can become unstable and start amplifying mood-linked sleep problems, lethargy alternating with sleeplessness, emotional flooding, or dream-heavy unrest. In other words, Moon shows you whether the person can be held internally. If Moon is disturbed, the bed becomes the place where the mind continues chewing experience rather than releasing it. Then comes Venus. Many people miss Venus here. They think Venus only means pleasure, relationship, or sensuality. But Venus also carries fluidic, reproductive, urinary, and organic restorative themes. In this Vata frame, Venus matters because it can show the struggle between lubrication and dryness, nourishment and depletion, softness and brittleness. A disturbed Venus tied to the 12th can make rest look pleasant from outside, but ungrounded within. The person may seek comfort but not actually receive restoration. The body wants soothing, yet the system cannot absorb it fully. Now let us go deeper into the shadow pair, Rahu and Ketu. Rahu amplifies, Rahu exaggerates, Rahu obsesses, Rahu destabilizes through excess. So when Rahu touches the 12th house field of sleep, dreams, the subconscious, and hidden nervous system processing, you can get overstimulation at the threshold of rest. The person lies down, but the mind becomes louder. Dreams become strange, excessive, fear-laden, symbolic, invasive, or compulsive. Anxiety grows in the dark. The private inner space becomes electrically charged. This is not simple sleeplessness. It is inner overactivity. Ketu does the opposite in a very deceptive way. Ketu reduces, severs, depletes, and disconnects. So Ketu in relation to the 12th house can produce dissociation, withdrawal, sleep that is not restorative, escapist shutdown, strange dream fragmentation, or depletion patterns where the person feels less connected to the body itself. Rahu overloads the subconscious. Ketu hollows it out. Both can disturb sleep, but they do it differently. Rahu agitates the field. Ketu thins the field. And this is where your interpretive rigor matters. If you are a healer, you must ask, is this person unable to rest because their system is overactivated or because their system is depleted and unable to hold cohesion? If you are an astrology student, you must ask, is this a Rahu-style insomnia, a Saturn-style insomnia, a Moon-style emotional sleep disturbance, or a Ketu-style dissociative depletion pattern? That question changes everything, because now you are no longer reading 12th house problem as one vague statement. You are reading the mechanism. And once you read the mechanism, your interpretation becomes useful. You start noticing why cold feet matter, why cracked heels matter, why restless feet during sleep matter, why poor lymphatic drainage matters, why early waking matters, why irregular appetite and bloating may appear in the same person who cannot sleep properly. The whole pattern begins to make sense. Vata is not staying in one compartment. It is moving through the sleep axis, the subtle body axis, the elimination axis, and the nervous system axis together. So here is the deeper teaching. The 12th house is not merely the end of things. It is the place where the organism lets go enough to heal. And when Vata invades that chamber, letting go becomes difficult. The body stays alert, the mind stays mobile, the tissues stay undernourished. The feet, the lymphatics, the dream field, and the sleep field all begin to show the signature. This is why some people are not just tired, they are unrecovered. And that distinction is one of the most important distinctions you can make in astrology-based healing work. If this perspective sharpened how you understand the 12th house, then stay with this series, because house by house I am showing you how dosha logic, planetary behavior, and embodied symptoms actually come together in chart interpretation. And if you are the kind of person who wants astrology to become more precise, more clinically observant, and more useful in real life, subscribe, stay close, and keep studying with me. Because the moment you stop reading houses as abstract meanings and start reading them as living functions in the body and mind, your astrology changes forever.